Hello, and welcome back to the Macro Gamer channel. My name is Mark Cassingham, and today we're going into week 52 of my Shields portfolio performance. This is one full year of performance. This is the anniversary episode. One full year, 52 weeks, started July 19th of 2024, and it is now July 19th, 2025. This is my full year. This is what I've been waiting for a long time. And in the future, how I'm going to judge my performance is the year-over-year performance. So, exciting times. Let's go through it. So, our 1 year portfolio net worth is $666. Interesting. And 61 cents. A lot of sixes there. We have a gain of $53.41. And we have a return of positive 15.94%. So just shy of 16%. So this is a 1 full year return right here. So like I said, anything above 10% is my optimal performance. My operational is between 5 and 10. So 15, almost 16 obviously is optimal performance. So that's good. We have our portfolio weekly data for week 52. We have a cash flow, net cash flow $30. So a $30 deposit on the 16th, where we see this large spike right here. We have a market gain of negative 66 cents, and we have no dividend earned. So it's a total gain of negative 66 cents. And we have a money weighted return of negative 0.10%, 0.10. So down 0.10 for the week. This is as of July 11th till today. And we have our portfolio monthly data for week 52. This is as of June 18th, 2025 till today, July 19th, 2025. We have two deposits. So net cash flow is $61.34, so two cash deposits. We have one here on June 25th and one on July 16th. So you see the spike ups on the chart. Over the time period, we have a market gain of $2.69, and we have a dividend earned of 54 cents, which gives us a total gain of $3.23, and that gives us a money weighted return of positive 0.510. This is our monthly data for week 52. Now our quarterly data for week 52. This is as of April 17th, 2025 till today, July 19th, 2025. We have a net cash flow of $151.44. So you're going to see five $30 deposits. You're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every time you see that stair step. Over that time period, we have a market gain of $25.91. And we have a dividend earned of $1.03, which gives us a total gain of $26.94. We get a money weighted return positive 4.78%. So this is our quarterly data for week 52. And now we can finally see this little highlighted symbol right here. Whoopsies. The 1 year, so portfolio yearly data, week 52. This is the first yearly data chart that we get to look at. I don't know why I left my cursor on the chart when I snapshotted it, but this is the full year, and you see the numbers are the same: $661.61, $15.94. This is the same as we saw at the start, so $53.41. So 53.41. It's all the same because it's a full year now. It's a full year. So now every week going forward for week 53, week 54, week 55, we're going to have this yearly chart now to look at. And that is how I judge my performance. So again, my year over year, my yearly chart for the money weighted return, I want the optimal performance of above 10%. And then of course the operational performance between 5 and 10% I will accept, but what I'm happy with, I want greater than 10%. But 5 to 10% is going to be at times when, hopefully, when there's market volatility and I can still sustain the portfolio to at least be between 5 to 10%. But this yearly data is basically how I will judge my portfolio's performance going forward. Year over year, yearly data, whatever you want to say. I've been waiting for this for 52 weeks. A whole year. Finally got it. Finally got it. This is my moment. It is my moment. So positive 15.94%, right? And the all-time chart, same thing, right? Because the year and the all-time are the exact same amount of time right now. But once I go to week 53, then the all-time will be a little longer, but the yearly will still be one full year. So same chart, same information. Finally made it. Week 52. So excited. So excited. Now we have our weekly percentages for week 52. On our right side, we have our target weighting for ETFs. So at the top, we have gold at 45% with our GLD ETF. We have commodities at 15% with our USCI ETF. We have bonds at 15% with our GOVI ETF. We have stocks at 10% with our RSP ETF. We have US dollar at 10% with our UUP ETF. We have Bitcoin at 5% with our IBIT ETF. And our weekly percentages. Ooh, pardon me. Coffee. We have gold for week 52, down 0.20% for market loss of 60 cents. We have commodities up 0.04% for a market gain of 4 pennies. We have bonds down 0.24% for a market loss of 23 pennies. We have stocks down 0.09% for a market loss of 6 pennies. We have US dollar up 0.72% for a market gain of 46 cents. We have Bitcoin down 0.79% for a market loss of 27 pennies. And we have our monthly, so you can see that week was kind of muted. Monthly percentages. So gold for the month, down 0.48% for a market loss of $1.36. Commodities down 1.56% for a market loss of $1.53. Bonds down 0.42% for a market loss of 39 cents. Stocks up 4.25% for a market gain of $2.62. So there was a surge in stocks. US dollar up 0.02% for a market gain of 1 penny over that month. And Bitcoin, probably because all this legislation that just passed yesterday, up 12.96% for a market gain of $3.88. So there was a lot of hype going into that. But you see for the week, it was just down. It was a sell-off really, but there's hype going into it. Quarterly for the past 3 months. So gold up 1.28% for a market gain of $3.24. Commodities up 8.26% for a market gain of $6.89. Yay, commodities. Bonds down, bonds down 0.28% for a market loss of 24 cents. Stocks up 13.57% for a market gain of $7.65. Wow, look at stocks go. US dollar up 0.41% for a market gain of 25 cents. Bitcoin up 38.22% for a market gain of $9.15. It's our quarterly data. Now we have our yearly percentages. Woohoo! Yearly and all-time are going to be the exact same because it's 52 weeks for each. But now we can add in this. So keep in mind that 2 of the ETFs weren't in here for a full year or for the full time yet, but we'll still go over the numbers. So gold for the yearly percentages for 1 full year up 34.04% for a market gain of $37.38. Commodities up 19.63% for a market gain of $10.33. Bonds down 2.71% for a market loss of $2.11. Stocks up 4.24% for a market gain of $1.91. US dollar down 9.80% for a market gain of $5.42. So it's actually coming back up because it was double digits down. Now it's actually starting to come up a teensy bit. Bitcoin up 95.28% for a market gain of $12.69. So almost 100% gain on Bitcoin in a year. Now, IBIT was added in September of 2024. So this isn't even a full year technically. And GOVI was added February 18, 2025. So this is not even 6 months really. So these numbers aren't exactly going to be what they should be for a full year, but that's okay. We make changes in the portfolio, we adapt. There's nothing wrong with that. And then the all-time data is going to be the exact same because it's 52 weeks, right? 1 year, 52 weeks, it's the same. But now going into week 53, 54, 55, the all-time is going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, the yearly will be the same because it will be 1 full year. Position changes, no new position changes. Here's all the changes. If you've seen them before, you know what they are. Portfolio transactions. We had a $30 deposit on July 16th, 2025. With that $30 deposit, we bought $2.55 of RSP ETF, $14.51 of GLD ETF, $6.31 of GOVI ETF, $2.98 of UUP ETF, and $4.28 of USCI ETF. So that was our every 3 weeks our deposit. We have our Illuvium staking. So we have currently a ILV price of $13.21, so it came up a little bit. We have 21.62 ILV staked, which gives us a current market value of $285.63. Yay! We have our Illuvium investing. So our very first vest unlocks next week in 8 days. 8 days, it's all going to unlock. And then every month after that, all these are going to unlock one by one, right? And we have our week 2, and all the way out, most recent deposit 349 days ago. And our Illuvium distribution, we have no new distribution. Devastating, I know. We still got the original 3.024 ILV, with a current market value of 31 cents. Illuvium transactions. And that is our week 52 numbers. Woo! Exciting. We fucking made it. That's how I feel right now. We fucking made it. Alright. Let's look at our charts. So we got our GLD ETF. Going back to October of 2023. Uptrend. Keep talking about this every week. And then it broke out of this uptrend. It kind of went to this wedge between the red and the green. And then it's kind of now above the red and the green. So it's kind of going sideways though. So if I were to draw a line, horizontally, I'm not going to do it, but it's just basically right here. It's just going sideways, but it's still maintaining this high level. So gold's still at 45%. Still our highest allocation. Commodities, oh my gosh, still looking like it's trying to peak back up above this upper trend line. So we got the lower trend line, which it was in for like 2 years. Let's see. So we got the lower trend line. It's going up. This is back to July of 2022. Just up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then it broke up into this upper set of trend lines in January of 25. It's up and down, up and down. And it's kind of top ticking around this upper trend line here. So this goes back to around the peak. That was back in May of 2022. And then all the way up to now, so you see that straight line across. So still bouncing around in this upper trend line. So we're going to see what happens. Right now we still have commodities at 15%. Bonds. Fuck, I hate bonds. Bonds, or I should seriously just reduce. I should seriously just reduce 5% off bonds and put it into stocks. I don't know why I don't do it. I really want to take it off gold, to be honest, because gold is just so high. I should take it down for 40%, but still bouncing around this trend. Went back to October 2023, just up and down, up and down. Had some breakups high, but it's bouncing around this lower trend. So still seeing what happens, but I don't know. I fucking hate bonds. I just really hate bonds. Another 1 year. So look at now, the UUP about to hit this red trend line. So every week when we're watching this, we saw back here in May, just a couple months ago, hit this trend line that came down. And then it's just had this strong turnaround that's happening, a strong reversal. Look at this trend change. Let's look at it on the DXY. There we go, that's a better one. So this, what am I looking? There we go. This really long trend line going back to March of 2008. Kind of see this up and down, up and down. You see some pop-ups up and down, up and down. But mostly in this trend channel. Came all the way down. Hit this lower trend and then bounced off it pretty strongly. It's going up. Trying to get back up to this 100 line. I don't know what's going to happen. But just been watching it. I don't want my US dollar to be weaker. I want it to be stronger. But we'll see what happens. But of course, if it gets stronger, really strong, maybe it'll be a sign of a recession or something. And then the stocks, the RSP ETF coming back up into this trend channel now. So it hit it. It looks like it bounced. Let's zoom in on this. Looks like it kind of bounced up under and then bounced back up. So it's trying to stay in this trend channel right here. Let's look at the S&P 500. The S&P 500, man, it's going. It's going. It's trying to make it. Right? It's making this nice arc kind of pattern right here. It's just arcing upward. But it's maintaining the 6130 was about the previous high. So now we're at 6,300. It's the new high. So we had this big sell-off. You know, this is back February of 25. Then, you know, April of 25, and then coming back up. You know, we've had a hell of a turnaround in stocks. Maybe that's why it'll keep going up, because we have this big sell-off. But the RSP still isn't quite back at its all-time high yet. Almost there, though. That's fine. The Bitcoin, of course, Bitcoin has been in the news because all these crypto legislation bills that have been passing. What is it on the chart? So look at it, pop up this line. I see people posting about it, like it broke this generational trend line right here, but we don't know. Because if you look at the whole thing, going all the way back, you see little times where it popped up above, it popped up above. It's okay if it pops up above, but can it sustain it? Right? That's the question. Didn't hate that fucking chart. There we go. So we'll see what happens. As of right now, this trend line, either it's going to be support or it's going to just temporarily break it and still be resistance to come down. We're going to find out. But Bitcoin, with all this crypto legislation that passed, maybe there's going to be some positivity. We'll see. But as for now, those are our weekly numbers. Week 52 finally made it. Still going to do this every week. Right? Going to show the growth of the portfolio. People can do this, not just me. Like everyone can do this too. They have 52 weeks worth of data. Right? And we're going to keep doing going forward. So you have a whole year now to look back on. If you're like, how did he start it? Go back to week 1. Start with $100. Right? Week 1 built it up here. Like week after week. We're not rushing through this. We're trying to make a strategic, defensive, diversified portfolio. So anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed the content this far. All 8 of you now. There's 7, now there's 8, I guess. But I hope it's worth it, because you could see someone online actually managing a portfolio versus, you know, watching the news cycle or the financial news cycle, and not really getting any actionable ideas for trading, or at least seeing someone's actual portfolio's performance. So at least you're going to see mine. But as always, thank you all for watching. It's been a year in, and we're going to look towards the next year. So I hope to see you again.